So therefore, since we have a great high priest who has gone through the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. Belief in who he is. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet was without sin. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. And so the what was quoted here, right, and it was, God fully knows where you are and speaks to you there. I don't like that. I mean, I understand it. Maybe that's talking to a... that sounds like someone who doesn't know him yet. That's a sinner. He meets you where you are.
Yeah.
But once he calls you, once you say yes to him,
you are
he
where
brings
he says you are.
Yeah,
Yes.
he brings you up out of where you were,
Yes,
and you're
yes.
no longer there anymore.
Yes.
So this isn't a continuous thing. He doesn't continue to meet us where we are in our time of need and speak to us in our circumstances. He meets us in our sin, pulls us out of our sin. We die to sin. Our sin is crucified with him, and we are brought up out of those situations and circumstances to live in a higher calling,
Yes.
a higher way of thinking.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
good. That's awesome.
So-
That's very hopeful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a message of hope.
Yeah.
Let us
Not
then...
striving.
Yeah. Yes. Let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. And so what this changes the context, like what we were just talking about, it changes the context of God's grace meeting us in our time of need, and him giving us grace for our circumstances, whatever grace means, for us in that time of need where we think we need his grace to help us in our circumstances. We now know that grace empowers change, and grace changes and transforms us into his image, into his likeness, into his we have a new mind and a new heart, and we're transformed, so we no longer so we no longer need his help in our circumstances to get us through, but it's his grace that brings us up out of those circumstances so that we are no longer bound by them. In our time of need, we're transformed into his image, instead of just surviving and getting what we need from him in the moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that how it was? I mean, is that what...
No, I love to approach the throne of grace with confidence.
Yeah.
Versus begging, Lord help me.
Yeah. No, because we know his grace changes us. So we walk in confidence in our time of need, knowing, man, I walk to the throne of grace. That's going to change me so that this situation, this time of need, will no longer be a time of need. I walk confidently into the throne of grace, or before the throne of grace. What is it? Yeah. To approach it, knowing that grace will transform me into his image. Ooh. And so it's not about me. It's me being dead, denying myself, and letting him live in me. So I'm transformed to look like him in the situation, not to be some broken Christian, which doesn't even make sense. Some broken and hurt, naked, poor, wretched, sinner, needing God to, drag me out of this situation again. Just give me enough so I can get through. That's just not scriptural. It changes us into him, so that people see him in a situation, instead of, they cling to Jesus,
Clinging.
What a defeated life to have to cling tight to just barely scrape us through. That's not life. It's not life abundant.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off.